Good morning, Max. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just put my feet up. I'm just gonna put my feet up. Oh. I don't know why I'm still wearing my trainers. All right. Whew.
Objection!
It's the southern. I just said hi. Whenever I play that, the objection is always in jest. It's always in jest. It's always in jest. I'm just being funny. I'm trying to. Tee hee hee. Oh, look who's here. Wait, what? Oh, so I was right. Kind of the first time with the C being involved, not the D. So, where is it? Okay. And then if I can figure out the bass, that'll be awesome. Or the harmonization, or whichever. Because yeah, it does seem to shift key. She's got some milk. How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. How old is Max again? 21. Huh. You came to watch my performance today. Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Oh yeah, but she's never left the tent before. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Spitballing chords. Spitballing chords. What have you got? Oh. Yeah? Is that am I reading that right? F minor, G minor, G major? Yeah? Wait. Oh, sure, G sharp. Okay, G sharp major, my bad. So that sounds lovely. Max and Von Karma, the game didn't have to go that hard. They really didn't. You should see Max at his worst though. Max really is just a Southern belle. Back on the farm. The early bird gets the worm, and then again, worms like higher brain function. Anyway, here, Max. I bought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks. Oh, the milk's for Max. Yeah, I remember. So how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to deal with our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's going to be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. Oh, she doesn't think she's... Oh. Right, okay. I see what he's doing. I think I see what he's doing. That's why I brought her here to the court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to... Yeah, she has a really, like, naive idea of, like, death, basically. Like, we all said, "Aw," before, but it was kind of like... I think that's the reason why she, you know, didn't really... Yeah, you know? Yeah. This is interesting. I didn't expect this to go that deep. Especially coming from a fucking clown, too. I didn't expect it to go that deep. I was actually quite upset. That's actually quite sad. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Fair dues, my guy. Can I swivel? I can't swivel this. Okay, there we go. 10 a.m. Let's go. Court is now in session for Maximilian. The prosecution's ready. The defense is ready. Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. You can't believe she's 18? I can't believe she is literally the same age as Maya. Can you believe it? I can't. Poor gumshoe. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Rope. You're one with nature, hey? Name and occupation, Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the third floor. The crime scene is below my window. Very big circus. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. And then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. That's the case, then there's very little the prosecution need add. All that's left to explain is how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to do my cross. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolishness. Try again. Boop. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a fad. I was gonna say fad soul. You know I was gonna say fad soul. We won't continue until we achieve perfection. Boop. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. Ha! Boom! There we go. We got it. Oh. A foolish choice. Oh yeah, I read that already. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix, right? Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss blah 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 blah, in the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? I can feel myself being able to, I'm gonna mess up all of the dialogue boxes like going forward. I'm gonna mess it all up. There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting. Oh! Actually, you know what? The music is good. Your room is on the 3rd floor. Yeah, yes. And you said you were resting in bed? So that is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to be getting results. Maybe... But I don't know. Was there? Yeah, L? So, I feel like I'm not paying attention to what he's saying. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes, and you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to be getting results. But maybe something was contradictory in what you said just now. No, we'll keep going. In Brazil, we have to study all subjects, so I didn't really have a choice. Does that go up to like, I understand, I guess maybe in high school you'd have to study all subjects. But do you have to study all subjects when you go like to college or university as well? Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Of course, by all subjects, I mean general subjects such as biology, math, chemistry. Yeah. Like, because when I like I had like the school, the education system more or less explained to me. Sorry, the American education system, like, sort of explained to me. Like, from what I remember, basically, you could major in something, but still have to do courses, or you still have to take classes that don't relate to your course. It's like, for example, when in the UK, do you study everything as well? So yeah, so this will lead into my example. So basically in the UK, you've got primary school, secondary school, which is going to be akin to your elementary, middle, high school. Except I think in America, high school we finish at 18. We finish our secondary school at 16. And then from 16 to 18, we go to college. And that's where we can do, so let me get up for this. So from 16 to 18, you go to college, and that's where you can do either your A-levels or your B.Tech courses. A-levels are essentially just like you're focused on one. It's like majoring or minoring in something. Like you focus on one sort of core subject, and you can have multiple A-levels as well. So I know people who's doing an A-level in maybe maths, then an A-level in English Lit, an A-level in media maybe, an A-level in biology, yeah, something like that. And they would take those like higher education classes. So college is not the same as university. No, it's not. Like I think American colleges function like UK universities. So for us, we got that college, which is that intermediary bit. B-Tech, I forgot what it stands for, but those are usually reserved for like more practical sort of courses. So I did a B-Tech in music technology in college. So that lasted for 2 years. And that, because it was a B-Tech, it's the only thing I did in college. And I didn't study anything else during my time in college. I didn't do music technology and then but I also have to take French for some reason. You know what I mean? Or I didn't have to take a maths class here and there. Or I didn't have to do biology in order to proceed into my music technology. It wasn't like that. I just did music technology. I lived in that one like music technology like classroom like for 2 years basically. And then when you go to university is, I guess, the same as every other university. You've got your bachelor's degree, master's degree, and all that good stuff. So I did an undergraduate bachelor's degree in music production for media, and then that was way back in. I graduated that in 2014. Yeah, 2014, and then a few years later, in 2018, I started my postgraduate. I did a master's for sound and music for interactive games. Yeah, and that's basically how that goes. So in the UK, pretty much like, what's that? You want to study something? Okay, cool. You're just gonna do that. You're not gonna do everything else. It's only before college you're studying everything. Like all the basic general subjects like English, math, science, and stuff like that. But after secondary school, secondary school is the last point of like mandatory education. There are some people who don't go on to college or university. They stop their education at secondary school. So they stop their education at 16. So yeah, that's how that works in the UK at least. But I've had the American education system explained to me, and it's super confusing. It's super unnecessary, most of it as well. I find personally. I almost went to college in Florida actually. I say almost, but I basically put in the application to do it. And then I changed my mind because actually no, no, because like I think the course I was choosing to do. I think it was an associate's degree, which was weird because I already have a bachelor's degree. Why would I then get a student visa to then do an associate's degree, which is like worth less than a bachelor's degree? I'd be like going back on myself. It's weird. So in Brazil, you study at school until we're 18, all the subjects. Okay, so I assume that's, from what I understand, I assume that's pretty much just like American high schools, where you just finish school at 18 and that's it. But yeah, UK, we finish school at 16, and then college and university is optional. Believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro statement jives with the facts. There is nothing wrong. Like I am reading the dialogue while I'm talking, but then I'll forget to advance the text. So sorry, I couldn't give you more Von Karma screen time. The light in the room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette in my shadow outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat and the cloak. I'm convinced that the person is Max Galactica. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This is weird. Yeah, like this is a weird way of doing it now because I have to press him and then decide whether or not if there's something contradictory. When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? Oh, piss off. That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Ow! Objection. Sustained? Shut up. Would you... Oh, Accra must be lying about what he saw, right? Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court. Well, put the pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. Let's take a bed. One would thus assume that you turn the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights outside the house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'll have to buy some curtains. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. You're the judge. The witness will proceed with his testimony. Alright, so I'm gonna wing it here. I'm gonna say there's a contradiction. What am I even objecting to? What am I even trying to prove? Like, okay, I think I know. I'm not confident in this at all. This, what in the world is this? Ow, you just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. She knows about my fucking spitball special. Oh. That was embarrassing. Okay. Okay. What are the facts? Oh. I found it. No, I found it. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The still cat. What about the still cat? I saw it in Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. Well, that would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame because you would have noticed that the still cat was found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? I'm afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's still cat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two still cats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Your Honor, on this occasion, a defense accuses... Am I actually doing this? I chose it because I didn't know what else to choose. But are we actually doing this? On this occasion. What are we accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try to grab an audience hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation's ludicrous. I don't know, man. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless cool man. This isn't about him being disabled. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he did. In that case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good. This is not going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice? Any ideas, chat? Because I don't have a clue. I have no clue. I want to say Regina just because. Take that! You don't say. Uh-oh. This is looking suddenly very bad. Why is she repeating text? Foundation. Yes, Mr. Wright. Oh. Do you have any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenix? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty. What are you doing, Nick? What do you say? Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna load that. This is this is tough. What if I said he didn't have an accomplice? Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Oh, Phoenix got the big dick energy. Order. What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. And now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Muscleberry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? Okay, I don't know. Let's say that. It was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. Ah, this makes sense. What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Well, Maya, it's still possible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this illegal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right, I can't mess up here. I've got to give this some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was still in his room, no doubt about it. Do I have evidence of such? No clue. I don't know. You do? Okay, well... Did he use money? That would be funny. Not that. Oh. They did not like it. What did the murderer look like? He looked like Thingy. He looked like... So what? You saying you used Max? No. He looked like a silhouette? Is that what you're saying? Not the hat? Okay, well. I'm really showing my ass right now, not being able to understand the clue. No. Wait, no. Ah. Take that. Yeah. So as I looked at it, I read that you looked at it before and probably dismissed it, and I was like, wait, what was I looking at before? And I was like, oh yeah, it was this, but it was this, right, that I looked at before. So when I went to go back to look to it, I was like, oh, I know what I don't need to look at that anymore because I know what in that photo I need to be looking at. So I skipped it over. I went straight to this. Yeah. Thank you. What's that, a picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust. It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very heavy. Oh, all you need is a cloak and a bust, Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a 3rd-story window. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian's Galactica's ample bust. Order. So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime, even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something that heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. How do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. He's henched! He's stacked! Oh, my face. I watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of this witness is material to this case. I demand that we get a proper testimony from the witness himself. But Karma, she's just using his testimony as a rouse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. Yeah, that's true. God, why can't he see things my way once in a while? I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. Ugh, that woman will sink to any load to win a case. All right. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting that bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head, and thus it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. If it was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look, not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head, a single false step and he would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I still like to proceed with my cross. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. There's proof, is there? I suppose strong upper body, however it's possible. There's no way I could have. That makes it impossible to know. That would have been. Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the Ringmaster's head. I don't know. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see below the window. Thus, there is no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick, what if you turn things around? Maybe if he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. Well, I figured that. I can't identify the proof. They get a murder location. Murder location was... Is this charged? Wait, I'm gonna see if my phone's charged. Wow, this is charging really slow. Is my pointer up? Yeah. Oh! Is my pointer up? Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, I want my pointer, please. Thank you. So, what? The murder happened here, yeah? So... What? The wooden box. I would never have figured that out. I genuinely forgot about... Yeah, wait, what? Hold on. Right, okay. Thank you, Ray. Oof. Wait, point to disappear, please. Thank you. All right, Acro, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be, ain't you? Quite precisely, I might add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job of hinting. Yes, hurry up and explain things. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim would have... What? The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed this wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. You have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that bus came falling down was exactly the same moment the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way forward to go from here. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. I don't think we're gonna... I think there's gonna be another day of trial for this. You need to stop. You need to behave. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature. Oh, are we? Okay. Oh, does that mean I can finish? Does that mean I'll be able to finish this episode, this stream? If so, oh God, thank God. It means I won't have to do a remedial stream. Wait, the weight of the box, right? The box has remarkable weight. Wait, according to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have just have to squat down, then lift up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool. Is that a messenger woodpecker? Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?